Alrighty guys, now we're gonna go on to similar triangles. What I want you to do is on number one in the startup, I want you to outline the two triangles that you see, and I want you to complete this statement right here. Okay, so TUV is gonna go with TRS with that triangle, TRS. Okay, so if I set up my triangle here, or my proportion, okay, I have a big triangle and I have a small triangle, big over small. I see TRS is the big triangle. I need this whole side. So what would that whole side be if I would combine those together? It would be 2x minus 10. Okay, so my big shape, 2x minus 10, would shrink down to x minus 6. In the small triangle, I can then look back to this. If I want TS, TS shrinks down to TV. If I look at that again, equals 14 goes to 6. Then I can solve from there. Go ahead and do that. All right, when you cross multiply, you should get x equals 12. Go ahead and move on to number 2. Remember, everything that you need to see if these two are similar, you have to check all the sides, all the scale factors, and all the angles. Okay, so if we match up the corresponding sides, we can see that the scale factor is 1.4, so these guys are similar. All right, coming back down here, Javon is tired of measuring all the angles and sides. So like up here, it's a lot of work. A lot of angles, a lot of sides, a lot of things we have to do. He's like, man, there must be an easier way. Hey, guess what? There is. What if I know all the angles are congruent? Does that mean the triangles are similar? What do you think? Go ahead and write something right here. See what you think. If I just have the angles, will that mean that the triangles are similar? Okay, I'm going to actually show you here, see if it works. All right, I'm going to come here. Okay, now these two triangles here, their angles are equal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link them up. Bam, 80 to 80, 38 to 38, 62 to 62. Okay, that's all I know right now is that all their angles are equal. I don't know anything about their sides. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show what their lengths are. So if I move these, bam, 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 both of them move all together. The green ones match up and the blue ones match up. Okay, now I'm going to throw some side lengths in there. Okay, as I move, these side lengths also move, but if you notice, the angles always stay the same. What this does is it has the ratios between the different numbers. So as I move this, notice those ratios always stay at 0.8. I can move all of these guys around. Okay, so I don't even actually need to know the sides. As long as the angles match up, I am good to go. Okay, so whatever you investigated here, I would say yes. Hey. What series of transformations would take one to the other? So what would I have to do to this shape to get to this shape? Well, I would have to dilate it, make it bigger, and then this 74, I would have to flip to get to the 74 to the red one on the other side. So I'd have a dilation, and I would have to flip it. So a reflection and dilate. That dilation is telling us that it's going to be similar and not congruent from that. Okay, so as we keep going, okay, Scott's looking for a set of shapes below. He thinks that EFG is similar to HIJ. What do you guys think? Do you think these are similar or not? Can you fill in these angles? Figure out what these guys are? Bam, bam. Okay, I can subtract from 180. 180 minus 68 minus 87 to get my answer, which is 25 degrees. So that tells me that this angle right here is 25 degrees, which happens to be the same as my other triangle. So if that's 87, 87, 25, that makes this 68 degrees. Okay? So this is a yes. They are similar. The angles are equal. How many pairs do you need to be congruent? How could you abbreviate this? So really, if I have just two angles equal, I'm good to go, because if two are equal, that means the third one has to be as well. So if two angles are equal, I'm going to call this now angle similarity. I now no longer need to know anything about the sides or proportional. As long as two angles line up, these things are going to be similar. Now Carlos asks, what if we only know that one angle is congruent, but the two pairs of corresponding sides are proportional? Does that mean that they are similar? So, see how this angle is in between? We're going to investigate the side angle side. So notice that I am no skipping. You'll see me do this a lot. So it's side to the angle side that is right in between. Angle right in between. Okay? What are some lengths that we could use? Well, a scale factor, if I multiply by 3, those sides would be what? 12 and 15. If I multiply those two by 2, it would be like 8 and 10. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to our lovely little device over here again. Okay. Hey, here's my scale factor of 2. What happens if I link these up? Bam. Oh, those 20s are good. All right. Let's link the 4 with the 8, scale factor of 2. The 5 with the 10, scale factor of 2. So if I show these ratios, right now they're all 0.5. Okay. I can show these other lengths as well, maybe. None. Boom. So it actually has, I guess that third side is 3.7 and 1.8. But as I adjust these, no matter what, if I sync those ones up, it just kind of makes sense. As that angle gets bigger or stretches out, that one connecting the two will also be the same. So if you notice, that scale factor always stays the same. Okay? But if I disconnect one of these, okay, so that I only have a side with one angle, if I move these, then if you notice down here, that scale factor changes. So it has to be the combo of side, angle, side. Okay? It works. Side, angle, side, similarity. Okay? We could do this one more time, but I'm going to save us some time. But it also works if you have all the sides. So you don't need to have an angle as long as you have all the sides. So I should see all these things on your paper. Based on your conclusions, decide if each pair of triangles are similar. If they are, state whether they are by side, angle, side, 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 or angle, angle. Okay? So for this first one, I see a triangle. I'm going to try to fill those in. Okay? Go ahead and find those two angle measures. All right, so as I do the math, that's 52 degrees. Do the math over here, it's 96. So, are these guys similar? Well, does it meet one of these things up here? Yes, it sure does. I've got two angles that are equal in both of them. So this would be yes by angle, angle, similarity. So now I have to complete my similarity statement. KXV. So KXV would go with what? Look at the order. 52, 32, 96. 52, 32, 96. It should be OJP. All right. Over here, I need to try to get my match. Now, the good rule of thumb, make sure your bigger number goes with the bigger number on the other one. So for this one, I can't do angle, angle because I only know one angle is equal. Okay, so I'm going to match up 64 over 20. 64 over 20. 44.8 goes with 14. Okay, my angles match up here. So I say angle U is equal to angle F. Okay, now I just have to figure out that scale factor in between to see if those match up. So I get 3.2. So since I have the side angle side with side angle side, these are similar by side angle side similarity. Now I have to go in the order. IFK would go with TUQ. Bam. This next one. Okay, now what I want you to do is outline the two triangles that you see. Okay, so now I only have one set of angles that are equal. This MNH and MSL are equal. I need to find another set. So what I see here is that these triangles overlap and both use the angle M. Okay, I don't know any side lengths. So if I don't see any side lengths, angle is really my only clue. Okay, so what I could say is, like, they both share angle M. Those are the same. And then I can also say that angle MNH is equal to angle MSL. I have two angles that are equal. So they are similar by angle. Now, what would the similarity statement be? MHN is similar to, go in order, MLS. Boom. Okay. Now, go ahead and try the last one. See if you can set up all the sides. Okay. So now, once you match all those up, now we need to do the scale factors as well. So now, just as I check these, the first two do not match up. So I can say these are a no. Okay. I do not need to complete this because they're not similar, because the sides are not proportional. Yay. Oh no. Nice job, guys.